Alright, so I'm going to take this apart. What it is I got it from my cleaning company. They use it to charge up those big cleaners and stuff. So I'm going to take it apart. This shell itself is aluminum, so I'll be taking these screws out, as you can see here, which I'm going to do here shortly. And then inside there's a huge copper, I call it copper content. It's like, you'll see it when I get it apart here. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to take it apart and I get the copper out of it. And it actually goes as number 2 copper. Actually, sometimes, depending on where I sell it, it might even go as number 1. Like I said, it has a lot to do with the yard that I'm taking it to. Some yards have different prices for different copper. And you're probably hearing the rain coming down on the roof in here. That's what you're probably hearing. So I'm trying to talk over it as I take this apart. The top shell is easy to take apart. You just take the screws out of it, as you can see. And there you go. It's a chunk of aluminum, so all I do with this goes to my low copper, depending again where I'm selling it. They call it barn sheet. They call it, there's so many different names for stuff, depending on your yard. But mine, today, I'm just going to throw it in the low copper. So it's going over there. It's going on the truck. All right, moving on to the next. So we'll change bits. I was using a star, and now we're going to change to a different bit, and we're going to take this baby out. These here, I don't usually take these out because they have like a, it's like some kind of solution they put in here. It makes all this amalgamates it all together, keeps it all together in here. Some kind of glue, and it's awful to get these apart. So what I do is I just take the chisel and I just whack this a couple times, it knocks it off, and then 9 times out of 10 it just falls out. And if I don't, then I just take a punch and push through. I mean, I don't really care because, like I said, I have nothing invested in the tools up here except for my drill and the bits, you know what I mean? Other than that, and I don't have a lot invested in them other than a couple of things. So this one has a nut on the back of it, so I'm going to end up taking my fingers here and just kind of untwisting it. There's the nut. Same the other side. I'll just let it get started here, and then I'll hold it. This piece for me is extrusion, so I have a bucket over there. That's where it's going. And again, since this has a lot of torque on it, I don't really want to rip my fingers up, so I just let it get started, and then I just hold the back of it once it does. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you got to get something to hold the back. With this one, I didn't need to. There's no rust. These are like, again, so you can see. So there you go. It goes over my extrusion. And now, this baby is ready to come out. All I got to do now is just cut this out. I got to cut all this wire off, and this baby will be ready to come out, which we're going to do here in 2 seconds. Give me a second here. I'll cut this out so you guys can see it. I mean, you can unscrew it if you want, but I would not myself. In a few minutes here, I got to take out some more of these, and they are some of them are pains. I usually use a hammer sometimes because, you know, smash it, it's easier. And, you know, it gets my frustration out. I'm never really frustrated when it comes to stuff. So, maybe it's because I use my frustration just gets used to it in scrap. So, as you can see, I'm just snipping the wires so I can pull this out. So then it's all right out once I'm done here. So then just this holding it over here. It's the star holding it again. Bits here on the table. I only have 3 that I need to take this apart. Pretty basic. See, there you go. This here. I can put these in the motors. So I have a little bucket. I'll show you. This goes on the inside over there. I kind of sort it as I go when I'm taking something apart because I don't want to have to pick it up again. And my screws are all here on the table. They're going to go in a bucket here in a few minutes. Usually I have a bucket here free to throw it in. But there's that. I think it's all attached. I'll put that over there. So, I'm going to get that aluminum piece around it. So that's off. And you can see I still got, these all got to come out. This has got to be clean. This is actually a piece of aluminum again. So I'll take these screws out. And there's one here holding this. So I don't know, it depends on how frustrated, you know, or how I want to get. I mean, I'll take these screws out, and if they don't want to come, then the hammer just knocks them out, because it's only aluminum. So it breaks off easy. I guess I just cut this wire off here. I'll throw it in my wire bucket, just so it's not in the way. So there's that, and like I said, I only got a few more. Like this is a chunk of aluminum, so it doesn't have to come off. But I got to get this out, and behind this is copper, this piece here. So I got to take these out, which I think I've got. I don't know if I can get them out with this, because again, it's got a nut in behind it, so it may not want to come out. And as you can see, my niece is holding the phone, so I figured I'd show you how to take one of these apart. They're pretty basic. So, and it's not, it's just turning my fingers, so again, I'm going to have to get something on it, or I could just pound off the hammer and let it break off. We'll decide that in a bit, not sure yet. Alright, so we'll just show you this. These here, actually, yeah, see they've got the screws, if you can see, are these here, you can't even get them out. You can't, because there's like goop stuck in them. This one here doesn't have as much, but that one there, you couldn't even turn them if you wanted to. I mean, I can try. We'll give it a twirl right here, so hold on. We will give it a whirl, we'll see, but I would imagine it's just going to turn the nut on the back. So then I'll have to get something to hold the back. When I find, I just get the chisel, hold the chisel here and just give it a couple whacks, like maybe 4 whacks, and it comes right off. This is probably going to be more, yeah, I can't even get it in it. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. Something I can hold it with, maybe. If it just turns, it's going to be not going to be happening. Yeah, see, this is what I don't like about slots. These flatheads, man, they suck. Yeah, that's why I say, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Hold on here. I'm going to get my punch. One of my punches. As you can see, again, this was a freebie. The edge is all from pounding on. I don't care because it was a freebie. I found it in a job I did, and someone like throwing it down. I'm like, oh, I'll take that because I can always use it for pounding on. And I'm going to move these before they end up on the floor, and I'm looking for them. So, and the screws I should probably toss them too when I'm at it. So let's get that done too. Or I'll either that or stick them in my pocket and then we'll throw them in the... Okay, so I got everything done. This is going to go just on the floor for now, because if I don't put it on the floor, it's going to bounce on the floor anyhow when I hit it. When I hit this. So all I do is just come down on this like this. It takes a few whacks, but I mean, if you've got patience, they usually come right off. I can usually hit them with the hammer and they'll pop right off. But, there, see? There, it's off. That's how easy it was. What did that take me? Was that 4 whacks? 5 whacks, maybe? And I wasn't even hitting it real hard. Like, I didn't hit it real hard. Simple, 1 hit, then put your chisel back on it. Hit it again. That's 2. There's 3. 4 whacks and I got it off, so no more. It isn't on there. And there's... See what I mean? I'm not undoing them, and if they don't want to come out, like I said, that one did, because it doesn't have any adhesive inside of it. As you can see what's on the outside of it, holding these together. It's an adhesive, and it's just, see the glue, or it's like on it. So I got to flip this over now to the other side, where we're going to have these probably. Move over there. And now we're going to do this side, so we'll go one at a time here, because we got it on an angle. And we'll come down again. It might take 4 or 5, like I say, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. See, this one doesn't want to come off as much. It depends, like I said. There you go. That was what, 6 times? Depending on the of it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can pound on it 10 times, or 5 times, or 3 times. But as long as it comes off, that's all that matters. And as long as you don't care. So, just about there. So, now, the adhesive is holding on. You can see the adhesive, so much. They've got it so coated on there, that adhesive. See how much difference adhesive is on there? That's what holds them on there. That's what's holding all these little pieces together. So anyhow, that's what I was using my chisel, and just a plain old hammer. Like I said, that's really, you don't need a lot of tools, so. And like I said, now it's a part for that. So all I got to do now is just kind of cut this. Like most people cut them, because this can go, like I said, it can either go number 1, or depending on the garage, or the place you take it to sell it, it could be number 2. Sometimes I can get number 1 for this, depending on the place I take it. Sometimes I just hang on to it until I have a lot of it, and they'll give me number 1 for it. But anyhow, that's it. So thank you for watching. Okay, as you can see, it's still raining. See, it's coming off the roof here, and I'm at the fireplace. They got a bit of stuff here for me, another motor, and some more odds and ends here that I'm going to throw on. This is steel. More steel, and this here at the fireplace. So I'm going to throw this on. I'm getting wet, so I'm going to get this on.